This is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Tuesday, the 22nd day of October in the year 2019. Here's what we're tracking tonight. The mastermind in the gunning down murder of gold miner Dion Stull has been caught. The accused, Delon Morgan, also known as Demon, was reportedly attempting to make a dash to neighboring Suriname early this morning when he was nabbed during a police special operation in the Cove and John area. Acting Crime Chief Senior Superintendent Michael Kingston confirmed the arrest to News Source. He said the arrest took place at around 5:45 this morning. The driver of the car that he was traveling in at the time of his arrest has also been held. A booking photo of the arrested murder accused revealed a bullet wound to his upper body. It is suspected that he suffered that wound during his attack on the gold miner. The arrest of Morgan came just 3 days after the police force issued a wanted bulletin for him and another man in connection with the gold miner's murder. The other man, Lennox Estwick of Amelia's Ward, Linden, is still on the run. Morgan is known to local law enforcement and has had several brushes with the law. He served 3 years in jail a few years ago for illegal weapons and was charged 2 years ago in connection with another robbery. The Guyana police force has 7 other persons in custody being questioned about the attack and murder of the gold miner. Gold miner Dion Stull was in the company of his driver when they came under attack by 2 gunmen just after pulling up in front of the Eldorado Trading Company in Kitty. Stull was able to fight off the bandits by firing several shots at them, although he was already hit. The 2 bandits retreated empty-handed, and Stull collapsed and died. The driver of the getaway car was arrested last week, and the doctor who is believed to have treated the injured men was also taken into custody. The investigations are ongoing tonight. More news coming up in just a moment.
Join GTT in the fight against cancer at the Pinktober 5K and 10K Walk and Run, Saturday, October 26th at Durban Park from 5:30 a.m. Sign up at GTT stores for only $2,000 and make a difference today. Use MMG and pay just $1,500 at select GTT stores. Let's be aware and show that we care. See press for more details or visit gtt.co.gy/Pinktober.
The Guyana Elections Commission would be conducting a claims and objections exercise from the 1st of October 2019. During this exercise, objections to the inclusion of the name of anyone who is suspected not to have met the eligibility requirements for inclusion in the PLE could be made only by an elector who is listed in the same divisional list in which the person being objected to is listed, or accredited scrutineers of political parties, providing any such scrutineer has monitoring responsibilities for the division in which the person being objected to is listed. Objections can be tendered to the registration officer of the registration area from the 1st of October 2019 to the 11th of November 2019. You must present the relevant original documents in order for the transaction to be completed. Don't delay. Visit the nearest GCOM registration office today. For more information, visit our website at www.gcom.org.gy. Follow GCOM on Facebook at Guyana Elections Commission. Contact us on 225-0277-9 or 223-9653. Email pro@gcom.org.gy or the nearest GCOM registration office.
Fuel it up and drive, super 95. Tune up, fuel it up and drive, super 95. Tune up. Protect your fuel system, boy. High mileage and performance, boy.
Guyoil Super 95 gasoline gives you more reasons to drive and is available at 56 service stations nationwide. For affordable price, high performance, and high mileage, choose Guyoil's Super 95 gasoline.
Fuel it up and drive.
After relinquishing old ties and establishing ourselves as a republic 50 years later, we're a proud people with a bright future. On Saturday, October 26th, come celebrate our 50th Republic Jubilee in Linden Town with the street parade starting at the 5 corners to the Linden Georgetown Bus Park. See the unveiling of the 50th Republic Jubilee logo. Hear the jingle and the theme. Enjoy the block party and the after concert featuring all reigning monarchs. The 50th Republic Jubilee launching Saturday, October 26, 2019. 2019. Come, let's celebrate.
There once was a man named Stan whose business needed a new plan. Christmas was coming, this much was true. He needed some help but didn't know what to do. Then fast as a flash, 3 helpers did come from Republic Bank. They came with some. One had low interest rates, one reduced equity, one with approval so quick and easy. Now Stan is the man and his business is booming. Christmas is good and he is winning. Reach more customers and boost your business with a Republic Small Business Loan today.
Welcome back. The Natural Resources Minister Rafael Trotman has written to the Guyana Geology and Mines Commission requesting an urgent and detailed explanation of an operation in the Quartz Stone CANU area on Sunday that saw the dismantling and burning of a number of wooden properties. The Ministry of Natural Resources has disassociated itself and the government from the activity in the mining area. In a statement last evening, the ministry said it had no prior knowledge or involvement in the activity. According to the ministry, it remains committed to working with citizens in a peaceful manner on the way forward for development in the natural resources sector. Although details of the incident remain sketchy, a video posted on social media showed the dismantling of a number of wooden structures in part of the CANU mining area. It is unclear what triggered the decision and who led the operation, but news source understands that the persons who owned those properties were warned several times to move them from the area because they were illegal. While the government of Guyana in a statement this afternoon announced that it has no policy whatsoever with regard to the banning or restriction on the importation for any fruits or vegetables. The issue was raised at today's cabinet meeting after reports surfaced last week that restrictions were being placed on the importation of citrus fruits because there was an adequate amount of local fruits on the market. The government in its statement described that report as false and reiterated that the government remains in favor of free trade and does not wish to impede the choice of consumers on the local market. According to the statement, the government through the Ministry of Agriculture will continue to support local farmers and seek additional overseas markets for their produce, in addition to advancing the agro-processing agenda. The statement said there are several Guyanese companies that export seafood, fruits and vegetables and other produce to CARICOM and the international markets, and those exports contribute to foreign exchange earnings and provide jobs for thousands of Guyanese. The government said the importation of produce into Guyana is subject to known licensing requirements and procedures of the Guyana Revenue Authority and other relevant agencies, and those have been in place for several years. But there is no ban and no restriction. Well, the head of the National Anti-Narcotics Agency and the Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit has welcomed the opening of a drug treatment court here in Guyana. Retired Major General Michael Atterley said it is clear that more needs to be done to address the issue of drug abuse in this country, and the opening of the new court is a step in the right direction.
The drug treatment court model is being applied in Guyana out of the need to solve the frequent and persistent problems that drug-related cases create for the courts, for the court systems, the jails, and society as a whole. This will involve a change in the mindset of our law enforcement agencies that enables them to recognize the long-term benefits of recommending an offender to participate in the drug treatment court program.
The court, which was opened yesterday, will seek to offer rehabilitation services to drug abusers rather than jail time. It has received support from the government, a number of law enforcement agencies, and international agencies. The court falls on the Guyana's National Drug Strategy Master Plan. Mr. Atterley said that plan must be enforced vigorously.
To deal with the difficulties of drugs that are so harmful to our communities, all elements of national power should be applied in a well-balanced and coordinated manner to aid success, maximum success. I would like to take this opportunity to re-emphasize the need for the vigorous implementation of the National Drug Strategy Master Plan.
6 magistrates will serve the new court. 1/5 of Guyana's prison population represents persons who were charged and sentenced for drug abuse crimes. It was a busy day in the magistrates' court today. The young man who was accused of strangling another man to death during an attack just over a week ago was today placed before the court and charged for murder. 24-year-old Sophia resident Ashaka John was not required to enter a plea to the indictable murder charge. The incident took place on the 12th of October on Church Street here in Georgetown. The victim, Jason Bowen, was walking along the roadway when he came under attack from the 24-year-old man. Bowen put up a fight, but the accused was able to use his belt and wrapped it around the man's neck, strangling the man to death during that fight. Security guards in the area were able to chase down and arrest the accused, and he was handed over to the police. Emergency services were summoned to the scene, and the victim was pronounced dead. An attorney for the murder accused told the court that the young Sophia resident suffers from mental illness and has been visiting a doctor regularly. Still, he was remanded to jail until the next court date next month. Still in the courts, a 23-year-old Lindoner who is alleged to be involved in a gang in the Linden community was charged and remanded to prison today for the attempted murder of another suspected gang member from the same community. Amelia's Ward resident Renard Caesar was not required to enter a plea as he appeared before a city magistrate charged with the attempted murder of Tion Allen, also known as Spoiled Child. It was explained to the court that on the 5th of October, at La Penitence here in Georgetown, the accused Renard Caesar, with intent to commit murder, discharged a loaded firearm at Tion Allen. Just last week, the police issued a wanted bulletin for the same accused, Renard Caesar, in connection with a murder and attempted murder in Linden. That matter is still being investigated, and he could face additional charges soon. The prosecutor told the court this afternoon that the matters are serious ones, and therefore bail should not be granted. The magistrate agreed and remanded the man to prison until the end of this month, when the matter will be called again. Investigators believe the attempted murder stemmed from an ongoing gang feud in the Linden community involving two rival gangs from the Amelia's Ward area. The Guyana police force has stepped up its efforts to curb the problem in the mining town. Well, almost 2 weeks after a North Sophia woman died from burn injuries about her body, her reputed husband has been charged for murder. 27-year-old Wazim Pereira is accused of dousing his lover, Olivia De Freitas, with gasoline and setting her alight. The woman spent over a month in the Georgetown hospital, but eventually passed away. A post-mortem examination revealed that she died from injuries associated with secondary burns about the body. In court today, the accused was unrepresented and was not required to enter a plea to the indictable charge. The woman had reportedly ended their relationship, and that irked the man. She had repeatedly complained. Before that, she had complained about him being abusive to her. Just after the incident, the accused was arrested and charged for attempted murder. The charge was upgraded to murder today, following the woman's death. He will make his next court appearance at the end of this month. Across the Region is coming up next.
Hey Guyana, it's time to celebrate with us once again. In honor of our 23rd anniversary and Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we are having a pink dot sale. That's right! Come down and check out our Map-It items with a pink dot for 20% off. From our Ocean Peps felt tip markers to the Map-It Twist and Flex ruler that never break, all at reduced prices. Come on and cash in on the best deals from now until October 31st. Celebrate with us at our Barbies branch, Kwamina Street, and our newly renovated Crow Street branch. Remember to look out for our Map-It items with the pink dot. Metro.
Join GTT in the fight against cancer at the Pinktober 5K and 10K Walk and Run, Saturday, October 26th at Durban Park from 5:30 a.m. Sign up at GTT stores for only $2,000 and make a difference today. Use MMG and pay just $1,500 at select GTT stores. Let's be aware and show that we care. See press for more details or visit gtt.co.gy/Pinktober.
We are legions of men standing strong, but never too proud to stoop and help someone. We must send a clear signal to all. Do right, walk in upright ways, knowing that's what being a man is all about. And ever aware that things will only get worse when good men do nothing. Stand strong, be the one to live right.
The Guyana Elections Commission would be conducting a claims and objections exercise from the 1st of October 2019. Persons have until the 4th of November 2019 to make a claim to be on the list if you will be 18 years or older by the 31st of December 2019, a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, naturalization or registration, a citizen of a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for a period of no less than 1 year preceding the 31st of December 2019, persons who require changes or corrections to their particulars as stated on the preliminary list of electors, such as names, occupations, and transfers in relation to their addresses, can also do same during the claims and objections period. You must present the relevant original documents in order for the transaction to be completed. Don't delay. Visit the nearest GCAM registration office today. For more information, visit our website at www.gcam.org.gy. Follow GCAM on Facebook at Guyana Elections Commission. Contact us on 225-0277-9 or 223-9653. Email pro@gcam.org.gy or the nearest GCAM registration office.
Westside, Sunday 3rd November is the Westside Think Pink Cancer Awareness Street Parade and 5th Annual Westside Jamboree. The Think Pink Parade moves off from Parika and Freedom Junction at 6 a.m. sharp to iFlood Community Center Ground by 10 for the Keep Fit experience. Then at 12 noon, the 5th Annual Jamboree commences with cricket, domino, and football tournament. Entertainment by Stickers Family, Stereosonic, Notorious, Junglist from Burby, plus Stitchy, Super Ray, and Murphy one-man band. Your MC is Chow Pop. Everybody free before 12 noon, $500 after. Brought to you by Country Boy Promotion, Integrated Security, Guy Oil, GTT, Ruben Sawmill, Sanjay Gas Station, and Minimart, Mangal & Son Lumberyard, Fazzi's Collection and Auto Spares, M. Sankar Supermarket and Hardware Store, Caribbean Motor Spare, Guyana, Triple N Gas Station, Slingers 101.1 Power FM, E-Network, HA 94.1, and the Government of Guyana. Westside 5th Annual Jamboree and Think Pink Parade, Sunday 3rd November.
Across the region right now, the government of the Bahamas has reiterated its steadfast position regarding the deportation of Haitian nationals following the passage of Hurricane Dorian last month, insisting that there was adherence to all due process and the requisite procedures for proper documentation. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs statement comes less than a week after the Office of the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights called on the Hubert Minnis administration to halt the deportation of illegal Haitian nationals from the country. The statement from the United Nations Office for Human Rights came after more than 100 Haitians were deported by the Bahamas government. The office urged the government to refrain from deporting individuals who lack documentation without the individual assessments and due process guarantees to which they are entitled under international law. The human rights group noted that many of the Haitians lived in informal settlements that were destroyed by the hurricane, losing their documents, jobs, and belongings. But in its statement, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in the Bahamas said it wishes to inform that pre, during, and post-Hurricane Dorian, the Bahamas government relaxed its immigration deportation and repatriation policies and procedures to ensure the safety, security, and the well-being of all persons, irrespective of their nationality within the country's borders. The government said that all illegal migrants, irrespective of their origin, were removed from the country, in compliance with the statute laws of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. While Chilean President Sebastián Piñera has said he will meet opposition leaders amid major protests which have left 15 people dead since Friday. The crisis started in the capital of Santiago over a rise in metro prices, which has since been overturned. It quickly spread to other cities across Chile, fueled by anger over rising living costs and high levels of inequality. While some protests were peaceful, there were also outbreaks of looting and arson. The response of the security forces has been criticized as heavy-handed, and on Tuesday, a government spokesman tweeted that the armed forces had been involved in 4 of 15 deaths, which have occurred since the protests began. One of those killed was a 22-year-old man who was reportedly hit by a military truck in the southern city. And finally, at this time, international news. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's Liberal Party has retained power in a narrow Canadian election win, but he will now be Prime Minister of a minority government. The Liberals are projected to win 157 seats, 13 short of a majority, and will find it harder to pass legislation in Mr. Trudeau's second term. The opposition Conservatives are expected to win the popular vote, but have not translated that into seats. Although Monday night's results saw a sharp decline in seats for the country's left-leaning New Democratic Party, its leader Jagmeet Singh could become the kingmaker. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting.